So right now, we are focused on reviewing the GitHub integration code and hopefully discovering a few bugs. So right now, uh, some of the most important ones are here. There's just like issues with. Um, oh, hi Victor. By the way, how are you? There's
I'm
just a
good,
few.
James. Good to see you.
Good.
Hello, Akira.
Good. um, when I create a new repo, um,
Whether I
when you create
cannot
new
see the screen.
repos, oh yeah, here it is. So basically, uh, issues with creating repos and then connecting GitHub, which I think will all um, come out when we review exactly what's happening in the code. I'll get to in a minute, and then this is something that Victor was looking into, um, and related issues with reliability and the GitHub integration. Um, finally, Victor's working on the more responsive page loading view. So,
Yeah.
um, the code itself, I've just kind of been going through that the past few days. Um, there's a few different files here that exists in the GitHub integration. There's three different files. There's one for the API routes, there's a GitHub manager, and then there's one other. There was very few comments here. Fortunately, those are kind of easy to add in using AI, but I think I think the code for me, I would like to simplify it a little bit, and I think that will also help to like I do think there are aspects which can be simplified and abstracted, um, and I think that will help us to also eliminate some of the bugs. That's my current approach to it. As you can see, there's a lot of code. There's over 1,000 lines of code, not including the comments in the GitHub integration. So that's basically most of it is pretty straightforward. But then there's a few parts which I think could be simplified a lot. So that's what's happening. Um, so yeah, um, Victor, I'll let you go next. Akilesh, you might have to mute yourself because it sounds
Oh
like
yeah.
someone's cleaning the kitchen or something.
Alright, so I'll just go next. So give me a second to share my screen.
Yes, Victor, we can see it, but we can't hear you. Oh, that's my screen. This is your screen. Oh, yeah, we can't see it and we can't hear you. We just see a black screen. Okay. Victor, are you still there? All right. I guess not. So,
Yeah, I think he left. He might
okay.
rejoin.
Okay, nice. Any updates from your side?
Yeah, I was working on Control Z in the editor.
Oh,
I think I
nice.
I almost figured it out, but there are some other bugs as well there. It's just
Okay.
taking some time because I'm still understanding how Monaco editor works. So I think I should be able to push the changes by today.
Oh, sweet. Okay,
Yeah,
that's nice. I'd forgotten about that.
yeah.
Um,
And then I didn't work on the GitHub integration and everything because I knew that you and
yeah,
One are working on it, so
I'm
I didn't wanna.
I'm hoping to I'm hoping to have a call with you sometime about that.
Yeah,
Um, about just refactoring it. Wow.
yeah, yeah.
Victor has I saw a notification that Victor joined, but I don't see him.
Oh yeah. I also saw that. I
But
think
he's
he's
not here.
having some issues with the network.
Okay. Well, he can always record a short video and send that to us of what's happening there and send us the PR. I think I think he basically made a screen that. Oh,
Oh,
there he
he's
is.
back.
I'm really sorry about that. Like, I have to switch the internet all that off.
Okay. Yep. There we go.
Alright, so can you see my screen now?
Yes.
All right. So the first thing is this page transition. You'll see up top the navigation bar that shows that the page is like loading and going to the next page. Something similar to what we have on like GitHub.
Okay.
So it's going to take a bit of time because I think at this at the moment it's building the page and it's going to like translate to the page. Okay, so we are there now. I
So
also made some
mhm.
improvement in terms of the Control Z. Yeah, I'm still working on it and trying to see a way of making it better. But right now, when you open the editor, you know it takes a bit of time to like delay, and you open a different file. When you press Ctrl Z, it doesn't go back to the previous code. But what
Okay.
happens with the live version is it's taking time to load. What happens in the live version is that when you open multiple files and just press Ctrl Z, it just go back to the previous code.
All right. Akhilesh, is that the
That's
same thing that you're working
yeah.
on?
Yeah, actually, I was working on it.
Oh, it's
I
the
thought
same
you were
thing.
working on the
Oh
animations, but it's
no.
okay. How far along are you?
No, I think that's a very simple fix for
Okay, then
me.
if you, yeah, then I can just complete my stuff. Then you can stop working on it and work on something else, if that's fine. If you have not done significant amount of time in this.
Yeah. But when we could just like everything look at the approach, maybe it's gonna be easier. I'm just trying to figure out the way we can it's less stressful. So all this does is all the work is handled by the Monaco editor React. So basically, by giving by specifying a like an ID or a path, what's it? No, I can't find the editor. But by specifying a path in the
Mm-hmm.
editor right here, that's this. It automatically like isolates the um, code history for
Yeah.
that particular part. For instance,
Mm-hmm.
like creating like an individual model for each editor, so they don't interfere with each other like they do before. So that was something what I did, and I had to like delay the display of the code till all the content of the code was collected from the server. So that is a bit
Vic-
of a delay. Switching, looking at
Victor, have you committed this code?
no, I haven't.
Because it's kind of hard for me to see. Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Well,
if
if
you
you could.
can, yeah, just create a branch and put it there. That
All right, sure.
so if you so how what's so did that fix the problem? Because I was
Yes, it's
kind of
fixed the
doing the same
problem.
thing as well.
So you can't. Okay. I think it is a bit inconsistent. Oh, so this is the live version. I was confused a bit there.
No, it's okay.
Um, So it does, but there's a slight delay. Maybe you have to show a loading, like when it's trying to fetch for the first time, trying to fetch the content of the file. There's a delay in the transition because I had to like not, I had to make sure the content was available before I changed the ID. If I
Hmm.
didn't, if the ID wasn't available, if the content wasn't available by that time,
Hmm.
it's gonna like add it to the history of the previous code. So that's only
Hmm.
the issue right now. I was just trying to think about a way to solve that. But apart from that, it just works. The, you can do Control Z as many times as possible. It doesn't affect the code. So, what method were you looking at for solving the issue?
Yeah, I was kind of doing the same thing where I was also I, I was also trying to give the ID to the editor and then tracking the changes alongside the what the user was doing. So when the user saves the changes, it just kind of tracks the changes, and then if the user want to control Z, then it just does that. So I think you've done pretty much the same thing here as well.
Yeah. So that's majorly what we did. Um, I think Umar was working on trying to find like some of the issues that we listed on the document, but we
For the
couldn't like
GitHub
get.
integration?
Yeah, if I didn't get off education, but it wasn't like very free. We took a look
Okay.
at some of them. I don't think it went really far.
Okay. Yeah. I mentioned I am looking at that, and I yeah. Hopefully, we'll make some progress on that. There's a lot of, as I mentioned, there's a lot of code there. It's a thousand lines of code for the GitHub integration. But
Mm,
I'm excited to simplify it where it can be simplified.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, go on. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna ask Akhilesh, are you free for an hour tomorrow or Wednesday?
Yeah.
To just
Yeah.
like catch up on some of this stuff.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah. Yeah.
great.
Yeah. Sure.
And some of the big
And
picture stuff. Nice.
yeah. Yeah. And Victor, if you
Yeah, I'd be
like,
interested to.
yeah, what?
What?
Yeah, I'd be interested in joining the meeting.
Yeah, you can join. Although I have to say, I have a lot of background noise from you. So, so it's really it would be a bit difficult to. It's right now. It's a bit difficult to hear everything. Um, so yeah. But other than that, not a problem.
Okay.
And
Like right now,
Victor,
there's so much background noise that sometimes when one person is talking, the other person's background noise like is like over cutting. Yeah.
and if Victor, are you almost done with the Control Z changes, and you're confident that it's like done, so that if yes, then I'll move on to the next change.
Yeah, sure, sure. I could push them. I could push them alongside the progress bar thing that I just did. I could push them along.
Okay, then I'll just move into the next issue.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Victor.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Victor. Glad that we got that sorted out. Yeah, I really think now if we can just get a lot of the errors, like the GitHub repo creation errors and the what else was it? Yeah, the that clerk error,
Yeah, I can look at
Victor.
into that
Yeah,
actually, while
yeah,
Victor is working on
that,
the other stuff.
okay. Yeah, that would be good. And don't forget to message in the WhatsApp group what you're working on,
Mhm.
so we don't all work on the same thing.
Yeah, yeah, I'll just message
I
right
mean,
now.
inevitably we'll be working on the same things, but yeah, just to know when we're doing that faster. So cool, great. Well, I'll talk to you both very soon then, before next week.
Yeah.
All right.
Great.
Right.
Well,